Hey guys, what's up? This is Robbie, and I'm coming here to talk to you about the 5 ways to redeem Luke Skywalker's character. First off, I want to say that my voice is a bit hoarse because I'm getting over pneumonia, but I will try to project it as much as possible. Alright, reason number 5, I took this from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, when Angel dies and is later coughed back into the world during Season 3. So, before I begin talking further about reason number 5, I want to warn you that this will have spoilers. So, if you have not seen the movie, pause the video, go see it. After you come back and are disappointed, watch this video. So, Angel is essentially brought back into this world, and we could do something similar with Luke Skywalker, where in The Last Jedi, he's talked to by Yoda, and Yoda's essentially saying that he has to work with Rey, and that he can't give up, and his job isn't done. So we could have Luke essentially doing this grand act where they're saying that he essentially just uses up all his energy, and he gives up and becomes one with the Force. Well, we could have something where Luke is essentially rejected by the Force and sent back because his work isn't done. And you have an allusion to it with Yoda, so if J.J. Abrams wants to fix Rian Johnson's mistake, we could have Luke come back and he's bewildered, kind of lost and frustrated. Like, I thought my time was up. I thought it was up for me to join the Force, but I cannot because my work is incomplete. Number 4, I'm taking a page of the X-Men book. And we could have, since we do not have Princess Leia anymore, rest in peace Carrie Fisher, we could have a thing where, and we're kind of doing this whole, we're using the Force now in ways that it's never been used. We could have where Luke and Leia, or Leia becomes so one with the Force and so in tune with the Force that she channels her brother, and he is able to project his own image to everyone that sees her. So when we're seeing Leia, we're actually seeing Luke, and Luke is able to come through Leia and speak and lead the rebellion. And this could kind of go along with the Rian Johnson invented flying Leia, where we've given Leia these enormous Force powers. So what we could do is up Leia's powers one more level and have her channel Luke Skywalker. And then Luke Skywalker becomes the de facto leader of the rebellion. And this whole time we're kind of giving Leia the props that Rian Johnson set out. And at the same time, we are saving what is left of the Luke Skywalker character after Rian Johnson railroaded him. Number 3. Since we've established thought projections with the Force, we could make Luke's death a thought projection by Kylo Ren. So we know that Leia is connected with the Force, and we know that she assumes that she knows when someone's dying. Why not play on that and have Kylo Ren, who has just killed his master, adapt and grow into the power of being able to project images into Princess Leia or Rey, and that image is the peaceful death of Luke Skywalker. Not a violent death, because if it's a violent death, they don't believe it. But we've just seen Luke Force project himself, and so how much more fitting would it be if Kylo Ren essentially says, or essentially projects that onto them, and they think that he went out as a hero, but in actuality, he is still isolated on the planet. And once again, these are ways to rectify the mistakes of Rian Johnson. Don't get mad at me if these aren't the greatest ideas in the world, but I am trying to point the next episode in the right direction. Alright, number 2. This one is one of my favorites. What we could do is take the Force ghost of Luke. And we have this established in some of the canon. And this isn't part of the new Star Wars canon, but this is part of the novels and things like that, where the Force ghost can gain more energy and more power. So we have the Force ghost of Luke throughout the next movie gaining this energy and power, and eventually he gains so much power that he's literally able to will himself back to life. And towards the end of the movie, Luke wills himself back to life and is able to join in on the final battle. Because I do not think it is a final homage to the characters to have no Skywalkers in it. Because from the beginning of episode 1 to episode 8, it's been about the Skywalkers, and to just wipe all of Luke's relatives out, none of them, it kind of takes the point away from the movie. So having this be a continuation of Luke Skywalker's story and having him become one with the Force again, and kind of along with point number 5, realize that he has much more work to do, have him gain more and more power until he's literally able to make himself corporeal again and join in on the final fight. And the number 1 thing that they can do to bring Luke Skywalker, or to redeem Luke Skywalker, is to use the mysticism surrounding the planet that he's on and have some, I don't like, his spirit, instead of joining the Force, it gets sucked into the void which is on that planet. And when he's sucked into that void, he is essentially spending the next movie trying to climb out of that void. And when he finds his way out of that void, he is not a spirit, but an actual man again, and corporeal. So I think what that does is it adds another layer to the Luke Skywalker mystery, and it adds another layer to the mystery of the planet that they're on. And we do know that there is a dark and a light pull within Luke, and perhaps, although he stands up towards the end of The Last Jedi, he has not gained enough peace and calmness to join the Force, and that indecision is what drags him into this void. And we spend a great deal of the next movie kind of cutting to him trying to be like, where am I? What is this place? How do I get out of here? And we have him kind of reliving old memories, and then he starts to slowly become the Luke Skywalker that we recognize. Alright guys, that was my top 5 ways to redeem Luke Skywalker's character, so he will no longer be Jake Skywalker, as Mark Hamill alluded to. I like to use the supernatural theory that no character is truly dead and they can always come back. So hopefully J.J. Abrams can fix Rian Johnson's mistakes. Don't forget to tune in next time, guys. This has been Rob Robbie. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Alright guys, peace. Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe here. Right